Inland Sports.
I need a pep talk.
You need a pep talk, Patrick.
I've had a rough week.
We're hurting on this Monday, Pep.
Everybody.
Teams are losing.
Everyone.
Well, not everyone. I mean, my 49ers won. But I'm just saying. But the Eagles lost. The Seahawks lost. That UCLA, 50 points in the second half. Is that what it was to beat Washington State, which nobody saw coming?
Let's just put it this way. My quarterback, Gordon, had 9 touchdowns, and we lost.
And you lost.
Insane.
Man.
How does that happen?
No defense.
I don't know.
Zero defense.
Man, and this is crazy because this is a UCLA team that has not been able to put points on. Who they play? Cincinnati. I forget who they've even lost to. They got blown out by Oklahoma.
And they exploded.
Yeah,
In the
I don't know.
second half, we're up by 34 points in the second half. I mean, they exploded. They erupted.
To score over 60 points and lose is insane.
And
I think it was the most points ever. It's like 129 points
combined.
whatever the total was.
And Washington State was ranked, what, 19?
19.
Or something? Yeah, so, I mean, it's not like it's some random school
Right.
you go into. No, this is one of the top teams in the country.
Our division was in the house.
Me and Patrick were talking about it earlier that day. Like, this is one of the biggest games for UCLA. It's like, if they can win that game and if they can somehow beat SC, that's their year.
That is their year.
Yep.
And speaking of SC, they did beat 10th ranked Utah. So, like, all of a sudden you're like, okay, well, the
What's
LA
going on
schools
here?
aren't so bad. Wow.
Week 3 is when LA shows up. All right.
Yeah.
So UCLA, the comeback against Washington State. USC turns to another quarterback after Slovis got hurt, Matt Fink, and they still beat number 10 Utah. It was just a bizarre weekend, and that's just college football.
Right.
We haven't even got to the NFL yet, so we've got a lot to get to. More NFL action, very busy weekend. It's all brought to you by Mattison Gas, the gas professional. So if you need gas and you want gas, and I know you do, you go to Mattison Gas. Do it right the first time, guys. Go to Mattison Gas in Fontana, Rancho Cucamonga, or Riverside. There's 3 in the Inland Empire, so they make it very, very easy for you to hook up that gas at your home or your business. Also, welding supplies, cooling supplies. It's going to hit triple digits again this week, so still hit up Mattison Gas for that as well. MathisonGas.com. You can check them out online. Rams, Sunday Night Football at Cleveland, and I'm going to use the verb escape. They escape with a 20-13 win.
Right? Because that defense is stiff, man.
It is stiff, and Baker Mayfield, when you have, first and goal and you hold them on 4 downs to keep them out of the end zone, that's pretty good. I thought for sure they were going to tie it, maybe go for the 2-point win.
I mean, doesn't it seem like Baker has to get rid of it immediately or the offense does not work?
No,
if he holds onto it for more than a half a second, he's on his back.
Yeah.
It's the way that's working. He has to get rid of it simultaneously. He has to be like Tom Brady or the offense doesn't work. Cleveland's defense looks really good, by the way.
No, Cleveland's defense is very good.
Dude.
And that's what kept them in the game.
Absolutely.
And that's what kept them in the game.
Myles Garrett, those guys are awesome.
Right.
So the Rams win 2013. Cooper Kupp was awesome for the Rams. A couple touchdown catches. He's unbelievable. He's quietly maybe like outside of, I didn't say Todd Gurley's their best player, but he might be like their team MVP going forward.
I mean, if he could kind of do this consistently, I think he would be a top wide receiver in the league. He's a little like up and down right now.
Yeah.
But when he's up, he is damn good.
Fantasy owners right now are like, okay, Cooper Kupp. All
Right,
mark
exactly.
that down.
Write
All
that
right.
one down.
Mark that down.
Get out of Washington, just a good guy.
Yeah, he is a good dude. He is a good dude. Squeaky clean Cooper Kupp. 2013 Rams win. Chargers lost at home to the Texans 27-20.
They were putting it up for a while though. They were holding on.
Yes, and even going back to last week against Detroit, beating Detroit on the road, you think the Chargers should be able to do that. Defending their home field against the Texans, I would assume they should be able to do that. But they lose in back-to-back weeks like this.
Hard.
But you want the silver lining, guys?
What's that?
So last year, the Chargers started the season 1-2, just like they are right now.
Yeah, earlier the same.
We wake up on this Monday morning, the Chargers are 1-2, but then they rattled off 11 of the next 13 games with wins.
Wow.
Right.
So they turned things around. So it's not like they haven't done this before. They did it last year. So
The hard thing they're going to run into again is right in their division, the 3-0 Chiefs.
I
I
know.
mean, and you got the Raiders there. They're not doing terrible.
They don't
No.
even have Tyreek Hill right now. They're kicking ass.
I know.
Right. Scary.
Yeah, everyone thought, Patrick Mahomes, there's no way he can duplicate what he did last year, right? There's no way. Like, his numbers were insane.
He's doing it.
He's doing it again. He's doing it
He
again.
looks legit.
So at least the Chargers are thinking, wild card, right? Maybe a wild card.
Right.
I mean, we are in September. We're already thinking, they might get the wild card. They're not going to win the division, but
Hey, Aim properly.
It's
Yes.
it's kind of where we're at right now.
I like it.
The Raiders fell to the Minnesota Vikings 34-14. I bring it up because for two reasons. One, for the Minnesota Vikings, Alexander Mattison, the running back, scored his first NFL touchdown.
Nice.
Alex, the pride of San Bernardino High School, Cardinal
boom.
City.
Nice.
And he's the backup right now, to Diggs. What am I?
Right.
No,
Stephon Diggs.
Cook. I'm sorry, Delvin Cook,
Delvin
the running
Cook,
back. But that's his first, I'm assuming, of many NFL touchdowns. Pretty
Yeah,
excited to
dude.
see the local guy get his first one.
Oh,
Sure.
But the Raiders, too, on top of this, guys, the NFL schedule, I think we talked about this months ago, but the NFL schedule set it up that the Raiders are not at home
Right.
with a home game in Oakland until the first week of November now.
Remember, that's why
Wow.
the baseball field, that was the last time you'll see the dirt
Yeah.
infield on a football field ever again.
Probably, yeah, because everyone has their own stadiums. Oakland was like the last place, right, where that was still happening.
And just like you said, baseball season is going to be over by the time the Raiders get back.
So let's just say the A's made the World Series.
Well, that's true.
Let's just say they made the World Series. Would that be the first week in November? Because that's right around where it would finish up.
I guess everyone just assumes no way.
A's fans are like, dude, we're going all the way.
I wonder if the NFL must have thought this was going to be a thing because, I mean, to not have a home game for a whole month.
Yeah.
I mean, as a baseball season is ending, they must have been like, we have to clear this
Yeah,
out just in case something happens
Yeah.
on this field.
Yeah.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, I think there's a London game somewhere in there for the Raiders.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So they have a home game, but it's one it's
Yeah. So, I mean,
gotcha.
physically in Oakland, yeah, they're not going to be there till November 3rd, man. That's tough.
Wow.
So, tough start for the Raiders, and then now you got to go on the
That's
road.
going to be a rough stretch.
Oh man, real rough stretch for the Oakland Raiders. And quickly, guys, an update on the baseball races. The Dodgers still best record in the National League. They're probably going to get the best record in the National League. Still a couple games behind the Astros and the Yankees for the overall best record for
Right.
home field advantage if they made it to the World Series. But right now, the Astros clinched the American League West. The Yankees clinched the American League East. The Braves clinched the National League East. The Cardinals clinched a playoff spot. So there's still a little bit of movement now as we go into the final week of the baseball season. So there could be some jockeying. I know the Cardinals are in, but for those wild card spots, I mentioned the A's. The A's are right there
right
too.
there.
They could the A's, the Rays, and I think it's the Indians. Those three teams playing for two spots.
C40, the baseball season is almost over.
This is like right where it's getting going.
Do we have more business now?
40's like now I'm gonna watch. Now,
It's almost done. I can almost ignore more.
Rip Van Winkle, he'll wake up with a huge beard.
Dude, I love baseball, man. Especially right now. This is the good stuff. So I love the division races and the wild card spots make it interesting for those teams on the outside, just kind of trying to fight their way in.
Speaking of the good
And I
stuff,
love football.
see, tell them how to get your stuff.
Inland Sports, we're talking about Alexander Mattison. We're talking about some of our guys in the NFL. Inland Sports, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and please subscribe to the Inland Sports YouTube channel.
Inland Sports.